Hi friends, I got my first set of Stampin' Up! Pads from my close friend Shonda, and I had no way to store them, and they don't really stack very well. So I came up with a little thing to organize them with, and I know there's companies out there that have beautiful, wonderful, phenomenal shelving units you can buy for $50, $60, $70, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I, however, am cheap. So I went to the dollar store and got one of those big craft foam core boards, black, for $1, and decided to make my own. So I am going to just go through with you how I made this, and you can see my pads go in here. I left it to where they stick out just a little bit so that I can pull them out easily, so I don't have to go in there and go digging for them. But it works really, really well, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. So I am going to show you what I did. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to give you a really brief overview of the dimensions on how to do this. Excuse me. All I used in order to make this was one sheet of the Dollar Craft Foam foam core board, and a ruler, an exacto, sanding paper, and hot glue. What I did was I made my shelves. Okay, each of my shelves is 9 inches long by 4 inches deep. Okay, and then in each one of the shelves in the middle, at 4 3/8 and 4 5/8, I cut out a notch about 1.5 inches deep. Okay, and that's gonna go into the main piece, which is 4 inches wide. And in my case, again, I did 9 inches tall as well. If you have more stamps and you want to go higher, then by all means go higher. Okay, this can be whatever height you want it to be. And then every inch, I cut that same, it's roughly 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch is just perfect for your foam core board, however thick your foam core board is. Every inch, I cut that 1/4 inch. So what's going to happen is this is going to stand up like this, and then these pieces are going to go in to this. To make it a little bit more stable, and so I didn't see a lot of the uckiness there, I made my back that same 9 inches wide, and then you're going to make it however tall you made your center vertical wall. This is the vertical wall. Okay, so it's going to be the width this way, and then however tall this piece is here. Alrighty, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take these pieces, and you're going to glue the back, and you're going to put them down here on your backing, and then you're going to put them down to where they fit with your center vertical wall. Okay, so I'll have one here, and then my next unit, oops, will go here, it'll go all the way here, and so on and so forth. And what I do is I went ahead and I drew my lines in the center here so that I could see, okay, I'm going to put one here, I'm going to put one here, I'm going to put one here, and then I just went ahead and put them in. And as I was putting them in and the glue was holding, I would stick this on there like that to make sure I was in the right position and that everything was square. And that's all I did. And then once my walls and my shelves were built, okay, excuse me, just like that, what I went ahead and did is this piece here, I put glue on all of the edges here, and then inside each of these little spots. I just bit a big old thing of glue so that when I went down onto my piece, there was a glue that caught. Okay? And then when everything is all said and done, this side will actually be cut to the 9 inches. This bottom side and the walls are all going to be the same. And then I just cut the pieces the right size and then glued them to the bottom. and glued them to the sides. And then I put glue when I was doing it. I put glue on this whole thing here and then every vertical shelf, or horizontal shelf, excuse me. And then I put this piece on top, and that sealed it down really, really nicely. And then it all came together. Ta-da! I left, on my bottom piece, I made a base that was a little bit wider than the bottom, just to give it a little bit of stability. It's actually fine, and it'll hold all of my stamps. And it works great. Oops, wrong way. And then I can see everything, and they're all in there, and they're all ready to go. So I hope you like it. Again, it's a really cheap, easy way to make just a simple stand and holder for some of your pieces. If you want, you could actually probably go buy like a Lazy Susan and put like back to back and then have it spinning on a Lazy Susan. You could do that. Or you could do two of these side by side and connect them, and that would give you however many more that you needed. So I hope you like it. It's my little fun project. You could also, you know, if you wanted to go any farther, you could take pattern papers and decorate it and everything else. I just painted all of my white parts. I just painted it black with acrylic paint to look pretty and look all the same. I personally don't need to decorate it up any farther. But I hope you like it, and it was really fun and easy, and it took me about 2 hours. But again, I was also playing with measurements and everything else. If you have the measurements set, it should only take you about half hour to 45 minutes if you're really good and fast with a glue gun and cutting. Trick when you're cutting foam core board, use a very sharp brand new blade. Otherwise, you're going to catch and get a whole bunch of wonky corners and everything else. And then the sandpaper trick is when you've got it all glued down, if you take in sandpaper, if you have like a block, big huge block with the sandpaper on it, it's great because that'll get everything all level. Before you glue the sides on, if you take and use sandpaper, all of the shelvings and the back, it'll get it all flat so that, you know, when you put this on, it's not wonky. And it gives you a nice straight, clean edge. Also, when you cut the insides here, if they're a little wonky, or whatnot, you can take, if it needs to be opened just a little bit more, you can take a nail file, a really coarse nail file, and go in there and sand that out, and then that'll open that up a little bit more too. Alright, I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.